Well, hello everybody. Mark Evans here, and welcome to week 6, or actually week 7, of Project Management in Healthcare. Each week so far, we've covered different parts of project management, whether it be stakeholder analysis, whether it is how to set up project teams, guidelines or rules to use when we work together on teams, charters, risks, all kind of different subjects that go along with project management. And I have enjoyed talking with you and hearing your thoughts on all these various subjects. This week we're going to change once again and talk about another part of project management, which is quality. Quality in project management is very important. After all, a project team has a customer. It may be internal, it may be external, but either way, the team does have a customer or customers, just like it has stakeholders, and it's important that the team meet the expectations and the desires of the customer. It may be your boss, it may be another department, it may be another organization, and it may be someone outside of the organization. So it just depends. One of the things that comes up when we start talking about quality in project management or in other areas as well is something that's called voice of the customer. Voice of the customer basically means what is it that the customer wants, what does the customer need, what are the customer's expectations. And one of the things that a project management team or any team that's putting together like a quality plan, one of the things that you want to do obviously is hear from the customer, and that's why they call it voice of the customer. So when we start designing a project and start looking at how we're going to get the project accomplished, one of the things that we need to know is what is the expectations of the customer. Some of those things may be timeliness. When do they need this project completed? Are there milestones that need to be done all along the way? So, it's very, very easy to upset the customer if things don't happen in the timeline that they're expecting. Accuracy is another thing that a lot of times we hear in projects in terms of voice of the customer. Imagine going out and doing a project and the project is not what the customer wanted. We see things like that on a regular basis. Perhaps you've built a house or bought a house or a condo or something like that, and you've told people what you want, but when you get it, it's not quite the same. Or maybe you've gone out and bought a car only to be surprised by it being different than what you thought. We see that a lot of times when repair people come to the house or repair people work on your car, things like that, and you think you know the scope of the work and what's going to be done, and then you're surprised that it's something different. So accuracy is a big deal. Timeliness is a big deal. Another thing that comes up a lot in cost of the voice of the customer is meeting the cost expectations and actually just meeting the quality expectations. If we tell a customer or we tell our stakeholders that the project is going to cost a certain amount of money and then there are cost overruns, certainly that's going to upset the customer, and that's going to reflect on whether we as a team did a quality job. So timeliness, accuracy, and meeting cost are 3 pretty common issues that come up with voice of the customer, and that's the kind of things we'll be talking about this week. One of the things to be thinking about is okay, I understand, Mark, that voice of the customer is important, but then how do I find out what their concerns are? So we'll be talking about that some this week, and I look forward to hearing what you have to say about it. I do want to remind you on a couple of things coming up and a couple of things that's gone past, just so there's no surprises. In week 3, you were supposed to do a career services activity. That is a graded activity, and most of you have turned that in and let me know that you've turned it in and got your grade. Now, when I look at the grade book, there's still a few people out there that have zeros on that grade. And you may have done the work and I just don't know it. So please, if you go back and look at week 3, career services activity, make sure you've done it. And if you do, please, if you've done it, please email me and let me know that you've done it. The other thing is a week or so ago, we did our first Zoom conference call. We have to do 2 during the term, and they are graded. Actually, it's an easy grade for you, but if you don't, if you didn't attend or you don't watch the recording, you end up getting a 0 on that. So again, I don't know when you have done it. So if you didn't attend, please watch the recording, and please make sure you email me and tell me, hey Mark, I watched Zoom conference call, and this is when I did it, and then I will give you credit appropriately for that. Okay, those are 2 really easy grades that go into your assignment category, and I would hate to see you miss those. The other thing, just as a heads up, in week 9 you have a student project that's due, so you may as well start getting ready to do that if you're not already. And just kind of as a overall idea there, what I want you to do is kind of take everything we've learned up to this point, or up to week 9, and I want you to apply it to a project or to a research project, and you can read the instructions. And so just take all the various ideas, whether it's charters, whether it's risk management, quality, the various things we're talking about, and turn in that project. So don't wait till the last minute. That's just going to stress you out, and you probably won't do as good a job as you could otherwise. That's the video update for the week. I can't wait to see some of your answers to your discussions and assignments. I think you're doing a great job. So I'll see you in class, and don't forget to email me or text me if you have questions. See you later.